This is less of a flex and more of a, if you was to ask me the question, the answer would be yes.
That's a bar.
At a bar.
A bar.
When I discovered the manosphere in 2015-ish, I had already been married for 7 years. And my target audience, they really don't have a problem running into women. But because, as the saying goes, can't live with them, can't live without them when it comes to women, whether you dusty or trusty, you gonna have problems with women. And as years of rich dudes losing their girls have showed us, it's not about the money. Tall, handsome, six-pack dudes losing their girls, it's not about the looks. It's something else. My target audience may or may not be able to put their finger on it, but those of you on the outside looking in, it definitely looks like they got a handle on the situation. Which brings us to this clip right here.
Oh my God, I need some ah! What's really crazy about all this stuff is when you're healing, you're like, oh my God, celibacy. Yes, I'm sitting here and I'm becoming one with myself. I know myself. I'm learning myself. People don't tell you that you need some dick, okay? That you need sometimes, you don't need to go on this healing journey because you just need a good, you know what I mean? Sometimes you just need and just you need it, okay? People don't tell you though. People don't tell you because what they really don't tell you, the fine print, is that you don't really want anybody new, white, because they're all weird. All the new ones, they're all weird, and you don't feel like raising your body count over no weirdos, okay? And then what they don't also tell you is you don't want to go back to your past because that's where your ex is at, and they weird too, okay? So what the fuck are you supposed to do?
Choose a man, stick with your choice, and marry him.
You can do that? You can do that? You should do that. Yes!
You're gonna have some hard times. Deal with it. Work it out. Get through it. What do you think your grandparents and great-grandparents did?
Just realized that the reason I've been posting a lot lately is because I'm chronically single and I'm not entertaining anybody, so I have to entertain myself, you know?
It's so easy for us men to get wrapped up in women like, hold on. Let me put on the creepy top music right quick. For us to get wrapped up into women like this, did you see how quickly that credit score plummeted? Am I saying all girls are gonna put you into the poorhouse? A lot of them will, if we let them. You said something very interesting. Half of their strategy is fantasy. That was really a bar.
It is, because they're talking about doing things at their middle ages and older that they wish they had been able to do in their 20s. You want to run through a whole bunch of girls in your 20s. But guess what? Here's the funny thing. They'll say, well, now financially I'm in a place where I could do that. You was always financially in a place where you could do that. You think young 20-year-old girls, 18-year-old, are they concerned about how much money you make? They really don't care. You understand what I'm saying? They're at their most irresponsible stage of their adult years.
Is this why women say you as a grown man should not be dating a girl in her 20s? They mean because she's so irresponsible, she'll fall for almost anything.
But what you're doing is you're dating younger women and you're kind of like ruining, damaging them at a young age. So now when we get to our 30s, we're completely damaged by older men, and now we don't want y'all and y'all don't want us. The man is 40, 45, let's say, right?
I get it, but
now he has money, his house, now he got time, right? He has time to go live his best life. Now he wants to date younger women, right? Let's say a 21-year-old. Now he dates her for 4 years. While he's dating her, he's cheating with other 19, 20, 25-year-olds. You're damaging this young girl, right? You're causing trauma and damage that's gonna cost her pretty much years to heal.
They try to make it seem like that, but they won't word it like that. They'll say, oh, the girl is inexperienced and she makes a lot of mistakes and then she's vulnerable, so you can take advantage of her, whatever that means. They never explain what taking advantage of her actually looks like.
But this is what you're explaining right now.
Yeah, but I'm not saying it the same way. These women are mostly focused on the fact that those young girls are way prettier than them and they can't attract the same men that those younger girls can attract who are in a better position in life. Not just because they're older, but because they have more things together. And the guys who have their lives together, they tend to look for women who are younger than them to share their lifestyle with.
Well, as I'm talking to this one client, he is like, nah, I don't really want the girls that's in their 20s. I believe he doesn't want the girls in their 20s because he's getting attacked by the women that's in his age group. He's 46. And then he said, I don't want to deal with the women in their 40s because they got kids. I don't want to deal with women in their 30s because they're all coked out going to the club every night.
That's what I'm saying. She's in her 30s and she's trying to relive her youth. She didn't get to do all this fun stuff when she was a teenager. Let me go and do that all into my 30s. See how it looks stupid? Act your age.
Yeah.
Remember when that was a saying that people would always say?
Feverishly.
Nobody acts their age anymore. It's like y'all are so used to looking 10, 20 years younger than you actually are. When you look in the mirror, you don't see a person who is your age. You see someone who's younger than you. So you start associating yourself with activities of someone who's younger than you. But you aren't that age. You are actually older. Act like it. These guys be middle-aged grandfathers, and they could be acting like they're young bachelors.
Well,
no, you're not.
Well, this particular client, he is at the grandfather age, far as 46.
Right, but he didn't do what he needed to do when he was younger to find him a wife and have children who by now should be grown up. Our kid is 20 years old. You've got other kids that are even older than our kids. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He should have a kid that's aging into adulthood by now. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't had that experience because he just spent his whole entire youth trying to level himself up financially and didn't have any luck with women. So now he's almost 50 years old and don't got nobody, right?
But like he said, he made 120 last year.
That's great. Good for you. High five. And so what? How has that helped you? I mean, why do these guys talk about how much money they make like that takes the place of having a family? What's the point?
I'm not sure, because in that conversation he was talking about having a it's like he's in two separate places.
That's why I said you're living a fantasy on one end and you're also trying to be traditional on the other end. Those two things don't mix.
Listen to the age ranks. I don't want the 20-year-olds because of this. Well, he didn't say why. I'm putting that on. That's why I believe. But he definitely said, I don't want the 30-year-olds because of this. I don't want the 40-year-olds because of this. The next stage is 50. You want a woman older than you? And I'm sure he doesn't want that as a 46.
Okay, so you're almost 50. You said you don't want 20-year-old girls. You don't want 30-year-old girls. You don't want 40-year-old girls.
He didn't say I don't want. He said I can't do. I'm thinking that he's saying that because of the stigma as him being an older man he's going to get for dating a girl that's in her 20s.
What I'm saying is, older men date younger women instead of women their age because older men don't want to stop doing the shit that they do. They want to be able to stay doing the same shit they've been doing for the last 30 fucking years. And if they get a woman 10 plus years younger than them, she has less life experience. She's been through less shit. So she ain't gonna be able to call him out on a bunch of shit because she ain't lived through it yet. He gonna be her first experience into some bullshit.
I don't think so. I think he's saying that because he don't think he can attract girls who are under 30 in the first place. You've got three age groups of women who are younger than you.
I didn't think of that. I really, really didn't think of that.
That don't leave nobody but children. Because you're not going to date nobody who's in your 50s if 40-something-year-olds have too many kids for you to be dealing with. Then 50-year-olds do too. So
well, that's the nature of this talk. That's why I said that was a bar when you said half of your strategy is based in fantasy.
Absolutely.
Because who are you going to date? I wasn't thinking that he don't want the 20-year-olds because he don't even believe he can attract them. I wasn't thinking of that. Where is the part
where he says, I just don't want to date women. I'm gay now. I just don't like girls. Where's that part? Did he include that part in the conversation?
He did not.
Because that's what you should just say. At the end of the day, just say you don't like girls. If a grown man 10, 20 years ago said, I'm not dating all these groups of women, but I'm still heterosexual, people will be looking at you like you sus. They will be looking at you like, how long before he comes out the closet?
Well, part of his strategy may be based in fantasy, but I'm telling him, when I was talking to him, you are in a unique situation. The women have their antennas up at you. You know, all of these different pheromones are released as humans. You're making this amount of money, you're walking a certain way. Your posture is different. You are in a different tax bracket. You're doing things where people who make that kind of money a year would be doing them at. So these women are paying attention to you. I don't even think he knew. I said, my wife approached me. I didn't see her. I wasn't even looking for her. My goal was 3 different women a week. That's what I want. That's my New Year's resolution. Happy birthday to me. I'm doing my thing in that way. I can do that now. And that energy I had on me, I think women can sense that. And you have some energy like that on you right now. It's like the moth to the flame. The moth doesn't want to die, but it can't help itself. It's attracted to the flame. Now that you have this energy on you, because financially you where you want to be, and even being where you want to be financially, you still looking at it like, I'm just getting started. I know how us men operate. He said, absolutely, I feel like that. I feel like, yeah, now I'm ready. I'm just getting warmed up. And he been making this kind of money for like the last 3 years, but he still feels like, I'm just getting warmed up. No doubt. That excitement, every fiber in your body has that excitement, and it's resonating. Women can smell that ambition on you, that frequency. They can sense that, and they're going to be approaching you. Doesn't matter if you're looking for them or not. Once they sense that, they're gravitating towards you. You're like the flame, and they're the moths. So now what you gonna do? And he was like stumped when I said that to him. I said, that's why I say, I don't know if you should go to Houston, because Houston is where people who are in your position, men, they go there. Like Atlanta, Houston, Miami, that's where those guys go. But all of these women can sense that on you, so all of them are going to be gravitating to you. You need to decipher between who's who and who's not. You need to be able to do that. I mean, I'm not sure that you can do that, because you didn't even know.
Why he wants to go to Houston?
Because he want to go and play.
What does that even mean? That's what I'm saying. What is playing at 46 years old?
That's the part where you say half of your strategy is based in fantasy. You don't really have time to play.
Like you make over $100K a year now, and what you're gonna play by going to some strip club and throwing dollars at a bunch of women who are never gonna do anything with you?
We didn't get into that.
What do you even mean by this? You understand what I'm saying? What's the point? Like, you're gonna go down there, get yourself some lavish apartment, drive a nice car, look all fresh, dress nice. To go where? You're just like these women who come outside pretty for nothing. I look like this for the women. It's for me. Shut up. No, it's not. You're trying to get men to look at you, stupid. Stop lying so much. Why is everybody fronting and lying? They're trying to act like I'm not a human. I don't have human needs. I don't want to do what humans do. Me? A partner? Oh my God. What do I look like? That is beneath me. Are you not a Homo sapien? You are so above your own species that all of a sudden you're exempt from what everybody else in your species is trying to do? Like, this is ridiculousness.
This full 35-minute long conversation is available on my Patreon. The address is on your screen and pinned in the comments. Join as a free member to take advantage of super dope conversations like this I could never put on You Better Not Tube. The algorithm is not having it. Find that link along with links to the books on female behavior Gypsy has written so far, because dealing with women can literally be like a creepy Jordan Peele movie, especially if you're in the situation financially this client I was talking about finds himself in. Make sure you're well prepared in this gender dating war by arming yourself with the information that Gypsy provides in these books on female behavior.
Women are evil. No, they're not. Women are a blessing. Women, Allah created the rahim, the womb inside of them, when He called it after His name, the merciful. From them come generations after generations, and if you look after her, you look after an educational institution not like no other. However, what the Prophet ﷺ is saying that, O men, you cannot trust yourselves if you seclude yourself alone with women and think that your temptations and desires won't move. You cannot control yourselves very well for long if you have physical contact with the women, if you talk inappropriately with women who are not lawful for you, who are not your wives, not your mothers or your daughters or your sisters, those you cannot marry, and your wife. Don't put yourselves in that situation, because He said, it is in another hadith, among the greatest fitna after the Dajjal for men is the fitna, their alluring nature towards women. In other words, it's saying lower your gaze, don't be alone with them, don't flirt with them. Only if there is a need, interact with them and talk to them. There's nothing wrong with that. Respectfully, but don't cross those boundaries.